Hey there YouTube, how's it going? My name's Mary. Here I am at my farm in Costa Rica, and for these past few days I have been dealing with water issues. I need to start working seriously on a water collection system. I found out about 2 months after moving in here that the tubing that they use for the water system here is degrading into the water. So here we see two sets of blue tubes. One of them is coming this way, one of them is going that way. One comes up from way down in the river at the spring, and then this second tube here is my water that's coming from the main tank up across the road, down the road. And this water actually here supplies about 6 or 7 households, I think, properties, I guess. This is not PVC piping, and it's not even buried under the ground. It's just in the sun degrading for who knows how long. And so, yeah, when I noticed the blue plastic, blue particles in my electric kettle, I kind of freaked out a little bit. I'd been drinking it for about 2 months. So since then, I have been collecting water from the river, purifying it, and collecting rainwater. So I was humming and hawing about how to make a platform for my blue rain barrel to be up high enough above the kitchen sink. And I was humming and hawing about how to make it, looking around for different parts, pieces of wood. And then I remembered there's this structure here. It's actually on its side right now. It's kind of like I guess a scaffolding that the previous owner built, and it was over there up against the barn. And I think they had repaired some of the roofing and the beams. So I always kind of wondered what I was gonna use it for, and it's pretty big. That can fit like 4 good sized rain barrels up there. And there's a good spot for us up against the side of the house, and I'm just trying to move it. So basically what I did is I took the legs off the wheelbarrow, and I'm just kind of trying to shuffle it over. I'm thinking I should probably measure it again to make sure it's not too tall. And this banana is in the way. So I think you're gonna have to come down. All right, I had some compassion and I actually dug it up pretty easily. Took me about 4 minutes. If I would have just cut it off, I would have had the stump sitting there. I would have had to make over the stump, and it would keep growing back. Anyways, so I'm hoping that I can maybe transplant it somewhere else. It might live. I got some good roots there on the bottom. It's not growing in the best of places anyway, you know, under this big mango tree. So I'll take my chances on that. So I'm gonna try and head this way directly, and I still gotta make it around this, but I think this I can squeeze by. So let's check out my engineering. We'll see if I can do it. This is way faster than what it would have been without the wheelbarrow. I got time. Without ruining the wheelbarrow. So I've managed to get this far. I'm that close, and it's starting to thunder, and Olive gets really needy and sticky when it's thundering. She gets really paranoid. And honestly, last week I broke my toe. I dropped a huge rock on my toe, and although I'm super grateful that it was only my baby toe instead of my whole foot, it is so painful. It's just like I would like to sit and let it heal for 2 weeks. It's impossible for me to do that. I just can't, you know. I should take the time to do sewing projects. You know, I have a lot of, my clothes always get ripped. I have a lot of sewing projects to do. I could be doing that and working on YouTube videos and whatnot, but I just get this call to come out and get stuff done. And yeah, it's not fun, you know, thinking that you don't have proper water. So, but right now I just need a break. So having a beer. This is Pilsen. I know in Canada we have Pilsner, but here it's Pilsen. I actually don't know how much time I have before it's gonna start raining, and when it does, I'm gonna jump for joy. I'll admit, I've had a couple of rain showers. It's so much fun. So I gotta make it through here. I'm barely navigating these bananas. And then I have to make it over that white drain tube, which is the drain from the sink. Something else to deal with. Let's go see the chickens. Let's go see the chickens. You can see my garbage collection has grown only a slight amount. A couple days ago, my neighbor gifted me, oh, that's not it. This here is my neighbor gave me a whole bunch of wood ash. So I'm soaking that. I'm gonna try and make some lye. He also gave me some worms that I am making. He said the worms are special for Lombre compost. I don't know what's the difference in between normal worms and those worms, but that's a thing. That big garbage can that I'm using for water was actually meant to store the grain, the chicken feed, because there's kind of worms in it, or moths. There you go, girl. It's just something else. You know, sometimes you gotta just let some things slide. I can't pressure myself with every little detail. It's just too much. Yeah. Look here, the papaya is ripe and it's just being eaten. And it's just something that has been on my list. I have a couple other papaya to harvest and I want to dehydrate them, but it just hasn't happened. There's one totally wasted. There's another one over there. This one here, pretty ripe. This one here, ready to come off. Ew, yeah, that's rotten. Yuck. Yeah, no, that's gross. Whoops, shit. Anyways, I had my head harness on. I don't know if I look stupid or not. It's not about portraying this like life is so easy in Costa Rica and it's paradise and welcome to my permaculture farm and welcome to my beach resort and welcome to our home. You know, it's, for me, it's not that at all, and sometimes it gets me down a little bit, and I don't want to feel jealousy or envious about other people and other people's monies. Yeah, I mean, we sold our house in Canada to come here, so I have a finite amount of resources. We could have bought a smaller property with a way nicer house, but I chose this one because, yeah, I kind of chose it, and my mom liked it. But I kind of insisted to her that this is the one, and I think she really liked it as well. But I've been here for almost 5 months alone, and she's gonna be here very soon, and she's gonna get a taste of it. And you have an intergenerational family, and you're making a project, or an intergenerational group of people, and you're making a community project or something. Everyone has different kind of needs and goals and visions of it. And my mom's dream and vision was to come and have the peaceful life in Costa Rica and be surrounded by beautiful orchids and whatnot. I did get her some nice orchids that are not quite blooming yet. But my goal is much different, because I need to somehow find a way to survive here. Although I'm only a little bit less than half her age, I am getting older, and I am gonna still need to find a way to support myself. So I'm kind of like so freaking dirty. And the other night I just, sat down and cried because all my clothes are dirty and ripped, and my fingernails are dirty, and I smell like sweat, and I'm just tired. But yeah, I hope it rains. I really hope it rains. I just want to feel cool. I don't know, my vision here is I would love to build a community group, a community-based living system where we can have 4 or 5 or 6 houses on this property, and everyone working and sharing and, working towards a common goal. That's my goal here. And I was envisioning this and talking with other people in Canada before I came here, and there's a lot of people working for those things. And I said, yeah, I'm not running away from the fight or the challenges in Canada, but at the same time there comes a time where we need to make a decision. And I decided that I wanted to bring my ideas and bring those shared, newfound philosophies that we have in Canada and bring them here. And I have this huge, beautiful piece of land. I really feel like if I could find and build community here, then we could be so profitable and so more effective. So yeah, maybe in your area, in your neck of the woods, you guys are working on the same kind of thing. And I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to hear about your ideas about water filters. If you guys are using a water filtration system at your property, I'd love to hear about it. Even if we're not in the same place, we can have that community and share ideas and build our knowledge together. So, pura vida.